Have you ever wondered what defines ultracycling? Is it the hours in the saddle, the challenge, or just the thrill of it? Is it what is on people's mind when they ride hours and hours straight? Or is it maybe that you have to sleep as little as possible? When does a long bike ride become ultra long? When are you a bike rider? And when do you become an ultracyclist? It's with those questions that me and Martijn started a 385 kilometer long adventure across the epic roads in northern France and Flanders. Little did we know what was in front of us. So yeah, onwards we went. 6 o'clock in the morning, the wind was freezing, was pitch black, and we headed into a long day of bike riding. Ever since I fell in love with the bike, Paris-Roubaix has been one of those races that just gets me. Northern France has that atmosphere that is hard to describe. It has a certain feel to it. I think you just must be there to understand and feel it. It's like darkness has never ever left this part of France. It's also one of the very few races that has never lost its identity. The horrendous cobbled roads are still making victims like they did years ago. It's still as brutal as it has ever been, and it will stay that way. The cobbles make it hard to hold an easy pace. I notice that our minds want to race like the big guns do, but we must maintain our energy for the rest of the day. Slowly we are making our way into Flanders. The wide open roads make room for narrow forests and steep uphill roads. The speed goes down the drain and the going gets tough. It's not our bad legs that are making it hard, but the storms that have turned the landscape into a horror setting. Fallen trees, ankle-deep mud and steepness of the typical Flanders bergs make cycling here a time-consuming job. But even though things go slow, you are coming closer and closer to the destination. We are determined to ride onwards, and we cover kilometer after kilometer. Eventually we reach Gerardsbergen. It's also one of those iconic cycling places. It still gives me shivers each and every time I come there. With Gerardsbergen behind us, we head west into the headwind. The legs start hurting, the mind is showing its first signs of weakness, but as always with long rides, you have to keep pushing.
Beetje klaar met die klote stroken. Niet te doen net.
Moet er nog even, joh.
It's at the moment that mind and body are threatened to give up that you have to dig deep. You must get through the phase that everything seems to be against you. You have to tell your mind that luck will turn around. Riding long distances is an act of never giving up. Conquer all the obstacles that life puts in front of you, sometimes even quite literally. But those who will not give up are the ones that succeed. It's not a matter of speed or time, it's just a matter of getting there. Eventually we made it to Wevelgem, where we have found a pizza place and treated ourselves. It's not the first time that I was saved by food. With our stomachs filled and the morale high, we headed into the night again. We left Wevelgem and set course to Ypres. Kilometers started to pass a lot quicker as more asphalt was on the route. The headwind was hard, but our minds were a lot harder. It's the last kilometers that sometimes seem to take the longest. But with the velodrome in Roubaix in clear sight, it was an ending to look forward to.
denk ik. We zijn er bijna. Hoeveel moeten we nog? 65? Nee, 75.
Even though mind and body were tired, we kept on pushing. We already passed midnight, but we both were determined to finish.
Last hour. Fucked up.
Roubaix was only a few kilometers away at this point, and we were almost there. Does this mean we are ultracyclists now? Well, actually, I don't really know. We had an awesome adventure and made tons of memories. And that's what really counts in the end of the day.